Hello everyone! In this video, I will show you how to get the Navigator's Catalyst in the Ghost of the Deep dungeon. The Catalyst gives the weapon an alt fire mode and lets you create strand grapple points. To get this Catalyst, you need to deposit hidden buffs into 3 statues throughout the dungeon. When you do this, a Lightbearer boss will spawn that you need to fight at every statue. To break his shield, look for the rune in the sky, and for runes hidden near the enemies that spawn. One will match, and when that enemy is killed, they will drop a buff to break the shield so you can damage the boss. When you kill him at the final statue, the Catalyst will drop, and everyone else in your fire team will get an increased chance for the exotic to drop that run, as well as an extra piece of loot. The first statue can be found at the entrance of the dungeon if you take a right after the first cliff you pass. The buff for this statue, however, is a little bit further back towards the start. Find these broken trees next to the cliffside to get inside a hidden bunker below, with the buff being at the very end of the bunker. Be careful though, as this area will be full of loosened moths. Grab the buff and bring it back to the statue before it expires to summon the boss for the first time. You will die if the timer buff hits 0. Once you have done enough damage and he leaves, you can move on. I do recommend clearing the opening encounter before doing these steps though. Onto the second statue, which can be found after the long underwater descent near the first secret chest. It's on the path, so it shouldn't be hard to spot. The buff for this statue is through the next underwater area. Defeat all the enemies inside the next air bubble, and you can find a pile of ghosts on a ledge to the right side of the room to get the buff. You will now need to parkour back through the underwater section to get back to the statue. Use the buff on the statue to summon the acolyte, and damage him enough to make him leave to complete this section. The final statue can be found in the long room of the Shriekers, Wizards, and Ogre near the end. The statue itself is all the way at the end of the room on a raised area, and the buff is at the start of the room just to the right as you enter the area. The catch here is that all the enemies will respawn if you pick up the buff, so you will have to run and gun the buff to the statue. Get it there successfully to summon the boss for the final time and finish up the last of his health at your Catalyst and give your team the other rewards. And that is all for now. I hope this was useful. If you like to support the channel, check the links in the description below. Have a great day everyone, and I will see you on the next video. Bye bye!